Hello guys, my name is Sheriff and today I'll show you how to create a logical volume. To create a logical volume, first we need to create a partition, and from that partition we need to create the physical volume, and from the physical volume we will create a volume group, and now from the volume group we create our logical volume. So I added a new disk on the system and /dev SDB. Let me see how many free space I have on that disk. SDB. So I have 20 gig on that free space on that disk. So let's just go ahead and create the partitions. So first I'll run make-dos fs-i /dev SDB. Now I'll run the command fds to do the partitioning. cu/dev SDB. P to verify I don't have any partition yet, so let's go ahead and create a partition. P for primary, 1 for the first partition, and here I'll give 2 gig here for the size of the partition. So P to verify it. As you can see, I have the SDB one here, but the type is Linux. So I want to create a logical volume, so I have to change the disk type to Linux LVM. To change the disk type, I just press the T key and L to list all the codes, and I will search for Linux LVM. It's right here, 8E. So I just come back and run 8E. So I'll hit P to verify it. So here the SDB1 disk type has changed to from Linux to Linux LVM. So let's go ahead and create the second partition. New for partition, P for primary, it's the second partition. First I'll leave it like that, and I'll give 1 gig here. P to verify it. The SDB2, the second partition, has Linux as this type, so let's just change it again. This to Linux LVM. T for type, and now I'll specify the partition number. So the second partition, list, L for list all the codes. The code is 8E. P to verify it is LVM. So let me create the third partition again. So N for new, P for primary, this is the third partition. Here I'll let's just give 4 gig. So P to verify it, so T to change the type. I'll specify this the third partition, so 8E. So P to verify it. So as you can see, the /DSDB3 this type has changed from Linux to Linux LVM. So now I can write it to the system, to the kernel. So I can just run the command part1 /dev SDB. Okay, so now I have 3 brand new partitions. So let's go ahead and create a physical volume. To create a physical volume, run the command pv create, and we just specify the partitions. So /dev SDB2 /dev SDB3. So to verify, we want to call PVS. So we have our 3 brand new physical volume. Or you can run PV display. Yeah, we'll show you more informations. Yeah. Now I have 3 physical volume. So I can create a volume group. To create a volume group, we want the command vg create, and we specify the volume group name, so vg test, and now we specify the physical volume we want to create the volume group. So /dev SDB, let's say SDB1. So to verify, we want VGS. So this is my volume group, VGS. So, or you can run VG display. Yeah, it still show you VG display and specify the volume group name. Yeah, there we go. So I have the volume group. So let's say I want to extend the volume group. So to extend the volume group, just want the command VG extend, and we specify the name VG test, and now we specify the physical volume we want to add to the volume group. So let's say SDB2. So as you can see, they say the system says volume group VG test successfully extended. So to verify it, I'll run the command VGS VG test, and if you notice, the size has increased from 2 gig to 299 gig, 2.99 gig. So this is how we can extend a volume group. So now we have our volume group. We can create our logical volume. To create a logical volume, you run the command lv create -L to specify the size. Let's say we want to give 1 gig to the logical volume, and -N for the name. So you have to specify the name for the logical volume. If you don't specify it, the system will give a default name to the logical volume. So let's say lv test 1, and now we have to specify from which volume group we are taking the space to create this logical volume. So the volume group is VG test. So logical volume lv test 1 created. So I can verify with LVS lv test 1, or how to specify the volume group first. VG test. So there we go. My logical volume is right here. So the system shows me from which volume group we took the space, and the size of the logical volume is 1 gig. Oh, I can run lv display VG test lv test 1. So you show me more information about the logical volume. So this is how you can create a logical volume. If I want, I can create a second logical volume. First, let's run VGS to verify how many free space I have on that volume group. So VG test has 2 physical volume inside, and it is used to create 1 logical volume LV. The volume group size is 2.99 gig, and the volume group has 1.99 free space. So I can use that 1.99 gig to create another logical volume. So to create a new logical volume, I run the command lv create -L and specify the size. I'll change the name to lv test 2, and here let's just give 500 megabytes. So to verify it, I run the command lv s VG test lv test 2. So this is my lv test 2. It comes from VG test, and it has 500 megabytes size. So, you can run lv display VG test lv test 2. So it will show you more information about the logical volume. So this is how you can create a logical volume. In the next video I will show how to mount a logical volume. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time. Bye.